Hello, welcome back, Discombobulated. I'm your host, Bobby Jaycox, and today we have a very, very special episode. We are in Yosemite Valley, and unfortunately, this episode might be short because as I was walking up, I heard a family say, "Hey, did you bring any of the insect repellent? Do you have any bug spray?" And they weren't talking to me, but I go, "Oh, fuck no, I totally forgot." They got back in their car and left. And just walking up here and setting this up, I had a bug laying in my eye and I squashed it and I heard it say, "Ow." That's how fucking big that bug was. But you can't really complain when you're in a place so beautiful as you can, but why would you, you know? Right now it's 79 degrees, which feels like winter time compared to everywhere else in this godforsaken country. And people say this country's bad, but I don't think, you know what? I don't think it's that bad. And this episode, actually, we have a sponsor, and this episode is sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee. A gun made this. Pretty cool. See what you can put your mind to. Guns are making money. But this one is not expired. The first 5 I picked up were. I was like, "Oh, that one's expired. That one's expired." And then you go up to the front. I'm like, "Hey, just so you know, these things are expired over there." And usually people don't care about anything. But if you say it's expired, they're like, "Oh my God, people might fucking die." I'm like, "Yeah, they also might die if you're not just, being kind and rewinding." There are also other people around because it's a forest for everybody. It's Yosemite National Forest, which means if you're a nationalist, you can come here. And if you're something else, I really don't know what to tell you. But I had to come to Yosemite Valley because it's just beautiful. We're gonna have a bunch of people walking up right now, but I had to come to Yosemite because it's beautiful. And I have a very good friend when I was in high school, still friends, but made this friend in high school, Stacy. She got me into a little Beatles, which is pretty cool. There's literally so many fucking people walking up right now. Like, this is such a beautiful place to do it, but everyone wants to see this sunset. You're gonna have to hear me be like fake nice, like, "Hey." At least I got that Black Rifle coffee in me, though, because I haven't slept for. Let me think. I probably woke up yesterday at 11, and haven't gone to bed yet. Haven't done it at all. How's it going, buddy? Good, brother. I think I'm gonna have to move. How do you like this beach? I don't fucking like it very much at all, bitch. I even tried to come to a little secluded lake at the beginning of the forest. I thought no one would come to this beautiful lake but me. Your mosquitoes are gonna eat you alive. Yeah, they're eating me alive. They're eating the fucking shit out of me. These fucking bugs are eating my fucking body apart. Eating my ass up. Anyway. Once these people walk away, I can start talking about my dick and balls and stuff stupid, But anyway, no, the reason I wanted to come to Yosemite is because my friend Stacy said she came here with her family and she was like, "It's the most beautiful place I've ever been." And I've been to a lot of national parks and forests and stuff. I'm not even very far into this one, and it absolutely fucking rips. Like, as soon as you drive in, you're like, "This is beautiful." And they're like, "This is the basin." It's like Bob's Basin or something like that. I don't remember what it is. And then you get to and then it's like Inyo National Park. Inyo Mama's National Park. God, I'm good. She's still fucking talking about these mosquitoes. But I can't talk about them too loud because sound travels off of water. If sound travels off of water, Why do they got those ships? Why don't they just yell it over to them? You'll never know. I feel like some people might really like this episode because you get my deep, quiet voice, which has to be calmer. Because let me try to be this like this, but talk at my normal speed. Like, you know, when the other day, it's almost impossible. It starts to. The other day when I was taking a shit, I was shitting out my shit, and my butt was pooping it out, and I wish you could hear these people's fucking conversation. And now they're talking about pickles. I don't think this is going to be usable. Fucking total discombobulation. We'll just do a little bit of Yosemite ASMR. I'm fucking tired. I haven't slept a wink. Because I don't plan very well. I would actually say, as far as planning goes, I might be one of the worst. I'll tell you what, once we make a plan, I'll help out. I'm down. But making the plan, what am I, a fucking substitute teacher? Making lesson plans? Are you literally the fucking shitting me? Are you absolutely shitting me right now? Please don't be fucking shitting me right now. Don't do that. What are these fucking idiots talking about? There's something about when you picture your summer, you know, you're like, I might go camping, and you have all these ideas. You're like, I'm going to camp in like the middle of a meadow. No one's going to be around. But then when you do actually go camp, you're like, oh, it's next to people. And I have to hear them talk about their jobs. Like, well, Carol at work actually just she pushed me the other day. She pushed me a little too far mentally and absolutely too far physically. She gave me a good shove at work, and I told HR, do you know what they told me? They told me that she shouldn't be doing that. And I said, that's what I said. And then HR shoved me out because I guess they're in cahoots. I might be in cahoots with Puss in Boots. Side note, who thought that character was going to get such a fucking side movie and shit? I remember watching that movie when they brought it in, and I was like, oh man, Shrek is kind of taking a swing, and that's this huge thing now. I'm talking about Puss in Boots. Well, yeah, because it's a different episode. It's a Bob SMR. Your thoughts are all over the place. Breathe in and out and realize how that didn't quite help at all. And if anything, you've probably already lost track of the breathing, and you're already holding your breath, worrying about something you did in 6th grade. For me, it's 3rd grade. This girl had a crush on me, and I farted in her fucking desk. Now she's a lesbian. I didn't do that, but I'm just telling you the events. Well, goddamn, if that's not beautiful, you know. And if you're just listening to this on audio, there's trees growing out of the ground, and there's water. God's water. I just fucking spilled coffee all over me. Breathe in. And have a fucking bug on your fucking... Are you shitting me? Are you fucking absolute shit? I have a fucking mosquito in my nose. Am I immune to meditating? Like, if every time I try to meditate, it's like if I'm trying to be one with Earth and a mosquito goes in my nose, I know the answer is you're supposed to like meditate through that, but okay, you do that. I'll fucking pick my nose and get that fucker out of there. Could you imagine that's the last place you die? You're in a nose. You're in Bob's nose. You're a little bug and you fucking... Oh, what's that little cave? Oh, I'm gonna go through that little tunnel. Dead. Dead in Bob's nose. Bob knows best. I actually don't. I don't think I know many things. I do know this. If you want to stay in a national park, you better have known last year. And if you can do that, you'll never reconnect with nature. If you have a job that you can ask off a year ahead of time and you know that you can prepare to come to fucking Yosemite for fucking 5 days. If you can do that, you can afford that. And that's the life you live and you can plan that far ahead. You're never going to reconnect with nature. So don't come out here and get in our way. This is for poor people. Poor people who don't have cool houses. We get to come here and look around and be like, this land's for everybody. And they're like, but you're not allowed to sleep outside anymore. The Supreme Court told us that. If you get drowsy and you're not near your home, you're getting shot in the fucking head. Fucking trying to take Z's outside. You fucking... How much longer till the Supreme Court? Is that the one who made the rule? Bob, don't talk about it if you don't know about it. Everyone does that. Everyone talks about things that they don't. You know what I heard? I might be wrong. It's probably just the first thing you heard, not both things. You know? I do that a lot, though. When someone tells me a thing, I just believe that the first person to tell me I'm like, that's... Then the second person, I'm like, you got a lot of explaining to do. It's just how we are, I guess. But what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, trying to reconnect. Yeah, this is for us poor people. We get to come out here, sleep outside, try to be grateful and go back to our jobs, fucking serving your drinks. I just turned into Tyler Durden, like, we're fucking serving your drinks. We're cleaning your poop out of the toilets. We're sketching your wiener if you ask us to, for money. Okay. This fucking guy is like, I think he's standing in the water with it. Let's just be quiet. There's no way to do this. What am I going to do? Pick it up and go somewhere else? No. How is your bird? That's fine. I wonder if they think I'm doing like a Bible study. Like I'm like teaching like a live course. I'm like, and then John 3:16. That's how much John weighed. 316 pounds. I'll fucking kill you guys in my nose if you fucking want to fly up there. No, the kid. Well, when I say kid, it's a kid to me, but he's probably like 25. I can't believe I just said that. But he had his shoes on, and was standing at the edge of the water. And then just stepped in the water, and they weren't water shoes, and they weren't even dirty shoes that become water shoes if you're a poor guy. So that guy and his family are so rich, in my opinion, that he has good shoes that are just for getting in the water. These are my camping water shoes. No, they're not my water shoes. They're my camping water shoes. Is any of this usable? I hiked that earlier. It looks way bigger when I turn around than when I look into the camera. So like, how come whenever you go, if you become a camp, I mean, here's the thing, I'll probably get all this stuff too, but how come when you if you go camping, why do you have to dress like you're covered in like an umbrella? Like you can't just wear shorts and a shirt? No, this actually blocks the sun, and it actually texts the sun back and says, if you fucking talk to me or my son ever again, I'll fucking kill you. I'm very violent today. I think it's because I'm tired. You know? When you get this kind of tired, you're just like, nothing makes sense. Like I went to go get this coffee, and for some reason was awake enough to check the expiration dates. But then when she was like, that'll be your total, I was like, oh yeah. I should probably do something now, right? I should probably put my fucking debit in give it a little slipperini. I'm very sorry that this episode is mostly just a screensaver. I made a beautiful screensaver for this episode. This family, I don't know how many fucking sandwiches they have, but they are consistently eating sandwiches. He ate a sandwich, walked back. Looks like he got another sandwich. I swear to God, if this is unusable, I'll just have to deal with it. Because here's the thing though, I do have a beautiful sunset that I'm getting to watch right now. Bobby, why didn't you face the camera that way? Because then you wouldn't have been able to see me. And it is my fucking podcast. It's not the sun's podcast. And if you want to know about me and my sons, dirt bike, fucking cool it. You don't need to know about that. But let me talk about what I was going to say earlier. Because my friend Stacy, she's the one who loves Yosemite. And when we were in high school, she got me into the Beatles. She was also, when I was math club president, not because I was that good at math, I won off of like vibe. Like I remember whenever I was trying to be like running for it, I just kept running for every office because I was like, we was in a room and we would like do heads up, like so you would put your heads down and they're like, everyone vote. And then I didn't win this one, and then I was like, oh, fine, I'll try for president. And I was like, what about no math? And we play fucking duck, duck, goose every day. And in high school, that actually seemed pretty fun. And everyone was like, yeah. And the other kid was like, I actually really want to go to college, and this would really look good on my I don't even know what it's called. How embarrassing for that fucking guy to be doing so well in life, but he couldn't beat a fucking clown to become the president of math. And I only ran for 4 years. I could have ran for a second term, but I know when I'm reached my math prime, which that does happen. I remember if you gave me if you're like, what's 46 times 52? I wouldn't know it fast, but I could hold those numbers in my head and do it. Now you give me those numbers, and I feel like it's like I'm trying to hold up something, and then I need to hang it on the wall, and so I go to grab a nail, and that drops, and then I finally get that up, and I need to get the hammer. It's all over the place. I legitimately forgot what I was talking about. Well, if this episode isn't extra covered in discombobulation, I want to go over to this family right now and be like, did you guys hear that there's like a bear? Yeah, there's a bear over here. You guys should get the fuck out of here. But they're with their family and they're actually very nice. I'm not mad at them. I just want to do my podcast. And they have to be wondering why I have this all set up and they can't hear a goddamn thing. Yeah, I drove all day today. I drove so much. And it does help whenever it's like a beautiful drive. Like people when I was living in St. Louis, you'd have to do kind of a boring drive pretty much anywhere out of St. Louis. It's like there's just nothing really that cool. So anytime you get right outside of it, it's always beautiful. But most people, I guess, are used to that because they'll be like, where do you live? And I was like, oh, St. Louis. And they're like, that drive, that'd be so boring. And I was like, no, it's not. And now that I've seen so many beautiful things all the time, yeah, it actually does suck. I don't even want to take the southern route back to St. Louis or Austin because I actually don't know where I live. I live a little bit in both. I just moved out finally of St. Louis, but my car is still broken down. Bobby, where is it? I couldn't tell you. Every time I text the guy, he doesn't text me back. And I'm like, it's okay. I'll just keep using your car, getting oil changes in it. His dad just told him to stay out of the water with his shoes. I knew it. They weren't water shoes. They're taking a photo, and I want to try to look and see what it is, but I can't. Oh, he's doing a thumbs up applesauce. That's not what it's called, but it's something like that. The best part about my podcast is there's no way to do a wrong episode. So the fact that this is quiet, calm, collected, it's actually exactly what it was supposed to be all along the watchtower. What are you even saying, Bob? I'll tell you this. I'm exhausted. Haven't eaten. You know that thing when you haven't eaten and then thinking about eating, you're like, well, I can't eat because as soon as I do eat, I will fall down and fall asleep. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I feel so bad because I would have gotten more into this. We'll talk about her another time. But my friend Stacy, she's the one that told me to come here. And thank you, Stacy, because this is fucking absolutely beautiful. There's something about it that just, like when you come here, you're like, when you're on the outskirts, you're like, oh, that's pretty. And then you get in, you're like, oh, wow, I didn't even know I wasn't in there yet. But also, you know, when you look at Yosemite, these fucking bugs, when you look at Yosemite, there's like that big rock. And I went up to the front when I was like buying my ticket to get in, which is dumb. She goes, I was like, hey, where's the big rock? You know, like the big rock. And she's like, oh, it's like 2 miles. She's like, it's like 2 hours in. And I was like, oh, no shit. Okay. I guess then that's just something I'm going to have to deal with. Much like this family. All right, they're taking photos. I love that the dad told him to keep his fucking stinky wet feet out of the fucking water. Yeah. You're 25. You should know your feet shouldn't get fucking wet. Those are the guys that are going to fucking be making laws. No, I don't really care about that. I mean, I do, but it's like, mostly whenever I think about those guys, I'm like, they're just the ones that, like, as you get older, you'll have to go to, like, anywhere. Just a store, you'll be, excuse me, and they're like, yeah. And you're like, did I make you mad yesterday somehow? Even though we've never fucking met? Like, it does feel like that every time you meet those guys. How's it going? Good. Now they're going to the water. Getting in the water, baby. Oh, time for a little Views break. Yeah, this is also brought to you by Views. So just when you go to, if you go to get a Views nicotine, whenever you go to check out at like a Quick Trip or whatever, like a gas station, just say, use promo code Bobby Jaycox at checkout, and they'll go, huh? Then you go, I want to buy the Views, but I'd also like to use promo code Bobby Jaycox, and they'll go, that's what I thought. What are you fucking talking about? And then you'll say nothing. They'll go, no, what was that? And you're like, nothing. No, it sounded like you, did you just try to use a promo code like that you probably heard from like a podcast? Yeah. Show me the podcast. And you show them. And next to it, it says 3.5 views. They go, I didn't even know they did have views. They go, for this guy, they do. For this guy, they know that people make it about halfway through. And This is actually a really beautiful family. I actually really like them. For a multitude of reasons. I just don't like the kid who's standing in the water with his fucking feet out. Not feet out, his shoes. His feet in his shoes and the shoes in the water. And the water on the planet, and the planet in the universe. And the universe in God's hands. Let's pray. Dear Lord, please let this family get like a text that says like, be advised, local lunatic recording podcast near water, please seek shelter immediately. You know that like beep when it like goes off? Instead of like an Amber Alert, it's like a Bobby Alert. It's just like nearby. People are like, it was like with the cicadas. They're like, the sound near you is way too loud. But you know what this episode's teaching me is that I can be calm. No, I can't. I can be calm and then a mosquito bites me. I really do. I want to see a monk. I want to see a monk covered in mosquitoes. That's what I want. A monk covered head to toe in mosquitoes. And them just being like, I'm okay. Like, what did because Jesus, they're like, he loved everybody, you know? That's like his thing. As I grew up thinking that, you know? But was he like, guys, love one another? Like, you know what I mean? And like, was Jesus nice to dogs? Because being nice to dogs is like, it's only been like the past like 6 years, honestly. Before that, how people, like when I grew up in the 90s, like people would have a dog and you'd be like, what's your dog's name? They go, we didn't even give her a name. You're like, okay. It's kind of crazy. What do you mean you didn't give your dog a name? They're like, I just don't want to. They just get so mad. But was Jesus mean to dogs? Like, you know what I mean? This is my body, which will be given up for, God damn it, the dog got it. No, give it back. Give my body back. Give my body back. Put my body down. Put it, thank you. Sit. Lay down. Play dead for 3 days. Good dog. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I want to see Jesus covered in mosquitoes. I want to see a monk covered in mosquitoes. I want to see the Pope covered in mosquitoes. And I'd actually like to see a mosquito covered in a bunch of tiny people and see how they fucking like it. Shrink Ant-Man down real small, get a bunch of us, and we'll fucking suck their blood out. See how they like it. I'll fucking rip a dab of their fucking blood out of them. I was giving this family shit. Now the more I see them, they're really beautiful. They're like taking care of each other, making sure each other's got mosquitoes off of them and sandwiches. I was wrong. And the other brother just went by and gave me a cool wave, and I was like, all right, I like you. I like you. And I like your dad. Because whenever your brother was trying to take a picture, he goes, it doesn't look right. You look small. And he was like, just fucking take the photo, Dad. And now they're leaving. And the episode's almost fucking over. Yeah, that's just what happened. God, are these fucking mosquitoes for real? Is this a mosh pit for mosquitoes down here? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna get whatever they give you. West Nile. Nothing can bother me. Because I am feeling 33. Feeling beautiful. Feeling bold. Feeling like these mosquitoes. Really? What do people I fucking say whenever they're like, oh, the mosquitoes are biting me? And they're like, it must be because my blood's sweet. And you're like, that's the grossest thing I've ever heard. Just like letting the mosquitoes get you. And they're like, it's because it's like sugar to them. All right. I don't really see that, but okay. Oh, man. Life is fucking pretty grand, though, you know? Isn't it not? And I feel very lucky because I'm actually at a point in my life, without getting too into it, where I don't, because I'm on the road, so I don't really have like a place to be or stay. I don't have a job because I don't have my car. And I mean, I do shows on the road, but I don't have like, if more people were on the Patreon or something like that, maybe I could kick it up a notch. But when I'm on the road, there's something nice about, like, everyone was asking me, like, where are you going after this? And I go, I don't know. And then I looked on a map and I was like, oh, Yosemite's like fucking 5 hours away. I'm going to go Yosemite. Hey, Yosemite. Hey, Yosemite. Oh, man. If you stuck through this one, you probably got some nice beauty out of it, right? You probably learned something about yourself. Like, maybe you need to find better podcasts to listen to. Oh, that was a duck. Is that a duck or a person? It's a little bit more, says a little bit more about me than the duck. Is that a duck or a full-blown human? I don't want to see anyone getting blown at a fucking national forest. That is weird. Have you ever had sex outside? Because Tatum was talking about that in her act, which I thought was funny. She was like, sex is like for like the bedroom. And I was like, that's so funny because I didn't realize I do kind of feel like that. Because if you've ever had sex outside, you're like, I don't think we're supposed to be doing it. Like, it should feel more natural, but for some reason it's like you feel real. I'm like, we shouldn't be doing this. And I know there's a bunch of guys out there, what are you talking about? I have to get it all the time. I don't. Maybe it's because I have class. Or another thing. And just the Lord. Just our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But that's been the episode. And I'm sorry it was quiet, but I'm sure that you were probably loved it. And in the comments, they're going to say, do more of that. Have more of that family be by, so you have to be quiet. But that's the podcast. I'll listen to it and see if it's fucking usable. Of course it is. Because I'm usable. And if you want to use me, then go ahead and use me. Just a little bit of story of the year lyrics for you at the end. All right, that's been the podcast. Follow us on Patreon. For $1, you can support me and get me mosquito off juice. All right, that's it. Bye.